Hi, my name's Chris. I'm going to be your nurse for today. How are you feeling?
Okay.
You feeling okay?
Yeah.
All right. Well, is it okay if I kind of ask you a few questions?
I guess.
It's just something I ask all my patients, so it's nothing to worry about.
Okay.
So these questions are of a personal nature. What's going on with you? And there's no one here with you, right?
No.
Okay. So, is it alright if I begin? Okay. So, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself? Like, do you have a job?
Yeah, I do, and I've just recently signed up for night classes, but my husband, I didn't tell him about it, and he got really upset about it, and he destroyed all my paperwork, my forms, and all my books and stuff. So that's going on right now.
Okay. What did you sign up? Like, what are your classes in?
I'm taking some nursing classes.
Okay. Um, do you have children?
I have 2 kids.
Okay. Um, do you currently have a job at all right now, or are you?
Well, he makes most of the money, so not really.
Okay. So, I noticed you got some bruises.
Yeah.
May I ask how you got those?
Well, it kind of happened whenever I told him that I ended up signing up for classes, but I didn't tell him before. So whenever he found out, and that's when he ever tore up all my stuff and my forms, and then he proceeded to, we got into a heated argument, but it's not a big deal.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask you a series of questions. Okay. And I just want you to answer them honestly. So in general, how would you describe your relationship? Would you say it's a lot of tension, some tension, or no tension?
I say probably a lot of tension.
Okay. Do you and your partner work out arguments with great difficulty, some difficulty, or no difficulty?
Great difficulty.
Okay. Do arguments ever result in your feeling down or bad about yourself? Often, sometimes, or never?
Often I do feel bad about myself.
Okay. Do the arguments ever result in physical contact, like hitting or
Yeah,
kicking?
I mean, I have these bruises to show.
Okay, so that's often or sometimes? Or?
Sometimes, yeah, not all the time.
Okay. Do you ever feel frightened by your partner, by what he says, or maybe what he does?
Yeah, sometimes I do feel frightened by him.
Do you feel frightened often, sometimes, or never?
Sometimes.
Has your partner ever abused you physically, often, sometimes, or never?
He sometimes does.
Okay. Has your partner ever abused you emotionally?
Yeah.
Often?
Uh,
Or sometimes?
Sometimes he does, yeah.
Okay. So you explained that sometimes your arguments result in hitting and stuff. Is it just like with his hand, or does he use other things?
Well, I mean, what he says to me can, really put me down, but I mean, he does use physical force sometimes.
Okay.
Just depends on the situation.
Okay. Well, I really appreciate you answering these questions. So, do you want to talk to me a little bit more about maybe what's going on?
Yeah, I just, I think, I mean, it's not a big deal, but I mean, I do have, bruises sometimes, and sometimes we get into heated arguments about, something that went wrong, or like I said, I didn't tell him something, or if I withhold information, sometimes he gets really mad, so.
So you say it's not a big deal. Well, why do you say it's not a big deal?
I mean, I'm his wife, so I have to put up with this sort of thing. It's just, part of my duties as a wife. I'm sure other people go through it too.
Okay. Well, I'm really sorry that you're experiencing all this. And, no one deserves. I don't think anyone deserves to be treated like how you're getting treated right now. Is there anything like I can do to support you at this time? Anything like maybe a support group or?
I don't really think so right now. I don't really think so.
Alright, well, I'm gonna give you this information card, okay? And even if you don't need it or you don't want it, maybe someone else that you may encounter in the future may want this. So, you know what? Why don't you just take this and, even if you want to take this, like it says, you can go to the RSVP center and you can get involved and you can learn more. But you can take that, you can put it in your shoe and hide it, whatever you want to do.
Okay.
Alrighty?
Alright, thank you.
Thank you.